Yo, welcome back to the Duel's Corner. This is DJ. I'm your host, and I'm giving my reaction review to the Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Now, yes, I know it's late dropping this. I know it came on earlier today, but it's like, dude, had shit to do. Life was going on, and I was kind of aware that this was going to be a one match pay per view, which, in my opinion, it was. Not a lot of sizzle, but not enough steak. A lot of matches were kind of easy to really predict. That's why I didn't really do a prediction show, because it was like, okay, you kind of know what's going to happen and what needs to happen. But in certain matches, it was more storytelling. It's more this long journey of just hang on, look at the little hints and the subtle clues that makes this, and they attempted to make this interesting. So, nevertheless, let's just really get into what happened. So it kicks off with Randy versus Cody for the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Now, again, the match started really slow, what you figure, because they really wanted to take the crowd on a ride. Ever since Randy got the back injury, that's going to be a huge target. So when he went for his father's superplex off the top rope, he tweaked the back. So obviously, here goes the subtle moment. What is Cody going to do? Is Cody going to be babyface? Is he going to, be cool with it? Is he going to chill? What is he going to do? How is Cody going to make this happen? He was aggressive. He targeted the back. He bent him on the post. Very not babyface-ish. The crowd did kind of turn a little bit. They didn't like him taking shortcuts and cheap shots. But again, when Cody returned, he did say, hey, I'm not going to make mistakes. I'm not going to let my better judgment get the better of me. I'm going to take every opportunity to get my title back. That part was very interesting. But so the finish was Randy brought the chair in. Decoy went to expose the turnbuckle. Just to get it actually turned on him, Cody used it, slammed the side of his arm into it, his rib cage, and capitalized with a crossroads. And Cody Rhodes is your 2025 King of the Ring. So he gets the title shot at SummerSlam, which we'll talk about that a little bit later of how that's gonna go down. Cut a really decent promo. Really made his intentions clear, which I thought was great. Good. It was a decent match. It's a solid match. I felt it was a little slow at times, but that's kind of what you get with Randy. Randy's not going to do a lot of crazy stuff, but the RKOs were cool. The kickouts made sense. Overall, it was a good match. It didn't need to be on a pay-per-view. You could have did this on Raw, in my opinion, but decent. I'm not going in no particular order. I'm just as they come to mind. Jade Cargill defeats Asuka to become the Queen of the Ring. The crowd sat on their hands for this match, not for Asuka, but for Jade. I see people's perspective and their point of view for Jade, but, for fuck's sakes, it's like, give the poor child a break. She's learning. You have to understand, she spent time, and this is not a knock on AEW, but we gotta talk facts, that really didn't show her the style of storytelling and pacing and the overall performance of what it is to be a wrestler. AEW is really crash TV. They just dive on everything, powers, punches. So I know it's an adjustment. It is an adjustment. And, now they're giving her a lot of single runs, so this is where she's going to learn. Is there things she needs to improve? Yes, of course. Certain things look sloppy? Yes. But she's out there, and they're putting her with people like Asuka, a lot of the big names, Stephanie Vaquer. This is, all these good women, Roxy, that can work her and show her the ropes. Give her time. I want to say by next year, she's going to be a fucking stud. Or a woman stud, or however you want to put it. But just let's let's just reserve judgment. She cut a promo. She looked visibly shaken. It looked like it bothered her, the booze, which it should, because she is out there trying to do what she needs to do. I feel like when she goes heel, it'll be better. It's one of those things that certain individuals look hard to really sell as a babyface. And Rhea's kind of figured it out, because at a point I didn't think she could really be a babyface, but she's kind of that middle ground, just about me. So, Jade will get it. We just got to, relax. Don't panic. Don't drop a stunner on her. She got it. She got it. So we had some single matches here, and we also had a title match here, which I forgot all about. We had Rhea Ripley over Raquel Rodriguez, in the street fight. It was okay. Rhea didn't look as dominant as I thought. I felt like she took a little too much heat, because she's always the badass, the ass kicker. But I know they have to elevate Raquel, which I'm happy for. But the crowd just didn't, really get it. I mean, there was moments in the match where they got it, but there was other episodes where they just don't know enough about Raquel. Like, they didn't push. I mean, I know she's in the Judgment Day and she's kind of a background character. Now, what really made the match interesting, the fact that Liv is gone, but she's still having both of the tag belts. So, common sense, most likely, Raquel's going to come in and substitute as the tag champion, and then that's going to probably start the clash between her and Liv. So that's the only really telling part of this match. Rhea winning really didn't do anything. It was just kind of like something to do until they figure out the storyline. But Rhea got a strong win, hit the riptide off the table, which looked dangerously scary. But the ref was there holding the table, so whatever. Rhea won, great. You had Sammy get a good win over Karrion Kross, and this is painful because it was a great match. Karrion Kross is just so fucking good. It's like they have, but the insiders, I feel like, or the marks, understands Karrion Kross' character, and he's doing a great job. He's cosplaying the late Sean O'Hare when he kind of had that gimmick to where he's like the evil Jiminy Cricket, which I gave a lot of talking points about. He's really good. A solid match here, really showed what he could do. Sammy's a great hand in anything. Sammy got a win. Their story is far from over. You could tell that Sammy got a win here, but they got to figure something out with Sammy. Everyone's saying he's gonna be a world champion one day, and I do believe that. But is it gonna be a heel Sammy, or he's gonna overcome all that hate and the grief and be a babyface champion? I'm looking for heel. Shocker though, coming up is Solo defeats Jacob for the belt. He needed his whole family to had to run out there and help him. So Jacob definitely still looks strong, but it's like I didn't want to see him lose here. I felt like losing it on a Night of Champions pay-per-view, and debuting the returning Tala. I always get them mixed up. Tonga. And then it's the other one. I'm not even gonna try to butcher his name. Hercudlo. I'm not even gonna butcher that. It's another Samoan, big as hell, looks very impressive, and he helped Solo get the belt, and now he's the new United States champion. I really wanted Jacob to have a decent reign, at least up to SummerSlam, and I thought those debuts would have hit better. But hey, they know it better than I do. Solo Sikoa is your new United States champion. Go to fuck figure. It's interesting with the bloodline here. It's like, are we going to get Solo's version of a bloodline? Is he gonna bring Zilla? Is Jimmy gonna go over there? You kind of need, he needs a crew. Is Roman gonna come back and help? It's like there's a lot of stuff that's going on here. They obviously have a really big family, so I have a feeling like we're gonna get a War Games, bloodline versus bloodline or whatever. So it's gonna happen, definitely gonna happen here. And then the main event. This is what you came to see. This is what everyone came to see. You had Cena retaining over Punk. Really overbooked finish. I like the outcome. I like the ending but it was super overbooked. Too many people's running out. Penta, Seth Rollins and his crew. All these motherfuckers coming out. This was a good match. Great match. Probably Cena's best match since he's been back. These two have an amazing chemistry together. Absolutely phenomenal. Good spots in the match. The crowd was really on the edge of their seats. Good near falls. Smart kickouts. So the Ringling Brothers and Barlin Bailey finish was basically the first ref bump. Boom. Punk is calling for a ref. Seth Rollins comes out with his henchmen. They come in. They want to fight about it. Punk looking like he was getting an upper hand. He jumped out the ring, which was absolutely fucking scary because he almost head dived literally into the mat. But they was able to catch him and he could adjust at the last minute. Then they stiffly attempted to put him through a table, but it just broke to pieces. It looked brutal. And then Seth tried to come in. He called another ref. And Cena just obliterated Charles Robinson. You poor bastard. And then Rollins got in the ring with Cena. They talking shit. Then they want to fight about it. Because Cena was like, bro, what are you doing? Go that way. You're not going to do that tonight. Da da da. So then they kind of got into it. He hits an AA on Rollins, and then his group come in, put the beat down on him. Looks like it was for the all hope is lost. Then Penta comes out. He wants to fight with Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker beat his ass. Then Sami Zayn comes out. I'm like, well, fuck, it's Jay Uso, Cody Rhodes. Who the fuck else is going to come out? So they got everything under control. Then there was a moment in the ring where Punk and Cena was in there. Punk was like, because they had to literally tag. It almost turned into a tag team match. So they had to help each other so these guys don't fuck up the match. So Punk went for the hand, just extend the handshake. Cena looked at it, made the Darth Vader face, and then went for the fellas. Punk had it scouted, hit him, turned it around, setting him up for the GTS. Rollins comes back in the ring, fucking cold cocks, fucking CM Punk with the briefcase, curb stomp. Cena tosses his ass out like garbage. Cena picks up the win to retain. So yeah, as you see, that was a lot. There was a lot of shit that happened. But again, the little things in the match is how they're kind of teasing Cena. Like, you don't know if Cena's teasing us or teasing the fans, or is he on his way back? Because he had a moment he could have blasted him and just got disqualified. But, the crowd's like, no, he put the belt down. But again, Cena's so diabolical, you really can't call his character, which I like. So it's looking like we're going to have Cody Rhodes and John Cena Part 2 at SummerSlam. I'm really surprised that they're doing it right now. I thought that would probably be the last match, and then Cody can take it, or maybe he go heel and set up something else. So this is very interesting. And we are seeing changes in Cody's character. So will Cody cheat to win? Or will it backfire? Or will Cena go face? I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, like, a lot of these pay-per-views are just really longer Raw and SmackDown shows. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a lot of storytelling, like these filler. Like if you ever watch anime, you have filler episodes. This was a filler episode with a hint of something that can progress the story. Like I said, this was a one pay-per-view type of match for me. I was disappointed in Jacob losing that. I'm kind of questioning that, so I'm gonna go back and read the tape and see can I see what's going on with that. But other than that, if I had to give it a grade, man, I would probably say maybe a 6.5 out of 10, to be really honest with you. Nothing really just said, ooh, you know what I mean? Nothing really got me the way I felt it should. So that's all we got. Stay tuned for this week coming up. We're doing the Incredible Hulk issue number 1 breakdown. Just about got it all set. If you know about the issue number 1, 1962, cool. Still check it out. Just see some stuff you may not know. And if you just want to just like the Hulk, just check it out. However it goes. So definitely thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one.